Death has taken Doris Manaster. Our friends grieve in their darkened world. In their silence there is lamentation. In their tears there is loneliness. Lost in their sorrow, may they find the presence of loving friends. Hear them, O God, and be with them. For Doris' love that united us in life, in which death cannot sever. For her companionship that we shared along life's path, and which continues through the tenderness of memory. For the gifts of her heart and mind that brought us joy and happiness and are now a precious remembrance. For all these and more, we give our thanks to God. In this time of grief, we listen to the voice of our sacred scriptures that brings us the ever-new message of God's nearness. It tells us of our kinship with the Creator, in light as in darkness, in joy as in sorrow, in life as in death. Psalm 23. Adonai ro'i v'lo echsar. Binot deshe yarbitzeini amei menuchot yenachaleni. We'll join together if you'd like. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Esainai el heharim, me'ayin yavo Ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai oseh shamayim va'aretz. I lift my eyes to the mountains. What is the source of my help? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is your guardian. God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. God will guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul, your going and your coming, now and forever. In his sorrow, Job cried out, Adonai natan v'Adonai lakach, Yehi Shem Adonai mevorach. God has given and God has taken away. Blessed be the name of God. An ancient people, we are well acquainted with grief and the valley of shadows. Death and sorrow are not strangers to us, yet the centuries have taught us that a good name endures beyond the grave, and that there is strength in faith. With Job we say, Adonai Natan, God, you have given. You gave us Dottie, and she will not be forgotten. For all that was good and enduring in her life, we offer the deepest thanks of our hearts. Adonai Lakach, God, you have taken away. We pray for the strength to turn our broken hearts into an altar of trust, before which we acknowledge your sovereignty and love as we say, Yehi Shem Adonai Mevorach. Blessed be the name of God, now and forever. Let's take a moment of silence and memory. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in your sight, O God, our strength and our Redeemer. Art, would you like to say a few words now?
And the day that Dottie died, that evening at night, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and I had a tune running through my head all that night, and it was so bizarre. It was the Song of Silence. As you know, Dottie didn't do much talking, but when I used to walk into the dining hall to see her, 9:30 in the morning, she'd see me and then she'd smile. It really lifted me up. Then I'd take her, we'd watch either a movie or a concert that I did every day for 2 years. And while we're watching the concert, we would hold hands. And then sometime during the concert, she would take my hand and kiss it. And then I'd look at her and she'd smile. It was very heartwarming. Then, after the concert was over, usually about 2 hours, I would feed her lunch. And then we'd watch TV for a while. And then at 2 o'clock, I would always leave. But that night when I had the song running through my head at 3:30, I went out of bed and I went on the computer and I looked it up, and I looked at the words of the sound of silence, and it was a story about people that don't communicate with one another. And I guess in her own way, she did communicate with me. And I really felt good about that. Okay.
The love that Dottie put into the world was almost equaled by the love that streamed back to her over the last 20 years from her family and friends. Dottie had at least 2 very distinct phases of her life, one before the accident and one after. Before her car accident, Dottie was vivacious, a talker, deeply engaged in the world, passionate about life, consistently present with family and friends, a devoted wife and mom and grandmom. She was always cooking, always cleaning. Her and Arthur's home was the social center. She loved to host holiday gatherings for friends and family. Dottie was often the target of gentle teasing, a holdover from being a little sister to 4 older brothers. And Dottie was a dedicated bargain shopper, schlepping Marcy, Robert, and Carrie around from store to store to find just the right piece of clothing at just the right price. She was also a devoted mom and grandmom, instilling the importance of education, attending games and events with Art, pouring endless love into her family. And as a result of the love, the togetherness, the family trips, the expectations, Dottie and Art raised a wonderful family. As devoted as Dottie was to her family, the love of her life was Art. Dottie and Art, it seems, were united for 62 years in a mutual admiration society. They had a loving relationship, holding hands, supporting one another. When they were newly married and their children were young, Art went to night school and Dottie was an unfailing support, raising children, running the household, making their house into a home. Dottie loved her trips to Vegas, sunbathing and playing the penny slots. Art and Dottie were giving and generous in their relationship and with their children. Art, you shared that Dottie changed your life. I think it is fair to say that you changed one another's lives. Each of you separately were great as individuals, but together you are an amazing, unstoppable team. Following the car accident, everything changed except for the important things that stayed the same. Art and Dottie's love for one another, devotion to one another, and to their family. While Dottie was at the beginning of her recovery, Art, you shared that you were her constant companion, taking a year off of work to drive her and other patients to physical therapy. As she continued with the help of RIC to recover and come back to her new normal life, you remained in your home together and then moved to a condo together. Though Dottie was a different person and did not talk as much, you continued to do the things you loved together. Going to the Marriott Lincolnshire to see concerts, and most importantly, spending time with family, whether here locally or in Champaign or at family gatherings in your home. That close contact and fierce love that you shared never stopped. Grandma Dottie was devoted to her grandchildren, to Andrew, Amanda, Abby, Adam, Aaron, Brooke, Benjamin, Camillo, and her great-grandson Caleb. If she could have been present at anything, she would be there. The last 2 years since Dottie moved into her new home were difficult, though Art, you made the best of it. Bringing over concerts and musicals to watch and listen to on television, enjoying lunch together, and most importantly, enjoying one another's company. And your family was there as a constant support as well. You were, and you remain, an incredibly devoted husband and partner with wonderfully supportive children. The life you and Dottie created together is an inspiration for everyone. I want to close by saying we all have to remember that no matter how old Dottie got, she will be 39 forever. May her memory always bring blessing. May her fierce love and devotion, her love for her family and friends, the love she poured into the world, always remain as a blessing. Amen. God, you give us loved ones and make them the strength of our life, the light of our eyes. They depart and leave us bereft on a lonely way. But you are the living fountain from which our healing flows. To you, the stricken look for comfort and the sorrow-laden for consolation. O God, we see life as through windows that open on eternity. We see that love endures and the soul endures, as you, O God, endure forever. We see that the years are more than grass that withers, more than flowers that fade. They weave a timeless pattern in a world that is the dwelling place of your love and glory. If you're able, I ask that you please stand. El Malei Rachamim Shochein Bamromim Hamtzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Ashchina Im Kedoshim Tohorim Kezohar Harakia Mazhirim Et Nishmat Devora Bat Aida Vamoris Shehalacha Le'olama Baal Harachamim Yaz Yireha Beseter Kenafav Le'olamim Vayitzror Beitor HaChaim Et Nishmata Adonai Hu Nachalata V'tanuach B'Shalom Al Mishkava V'nomar Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Doris Manaster, Devora Bat Aida Vamoris, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let her find refuge in the shadow of your wings, and let her soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is her inheritance. May she rest in peace. And let us say, Amen. Al Mikoma Tavo B'Shalom. May Dadi come to her eternal home in peace. We'll join now in words of Kaddish Tom. Yit Gadal V'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma Divra Chirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'b'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala v'izman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'alam olmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. O say shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May God send peace and comfort to all who mourn. Amen. It is a tradition among our people that it is an honor to be buried in soil from our holy city, from Jerusalem. I'd ask Dadi's grandson Benjamin to come forward now, representing all of the grandchildren and great-grandson, to come sprinkle earth into the grave. We're going to put the vault cover in place now, and then following putting the vault cover in place, we'll have the opportunity to participate in the burial. It's taught that the last act of kindness we can do for someone in this world, the last act of service, is to help to bury them. you wish to come forward now, you can place your cups of records. Are you going to want to stay for the complete covering, or will you be going home before they do that? Okay, that's fine. Go your way, for God has called you. Go your way, and may God be with you. May your righteousness go before you, and the glory of God receive you.